Hello, and welcome to yet another Men at War Assault Squad 2 video, accompanied of course with the amazing mod Star Wars Galaxy at War for all of you who don't yet know. So a quick Google search will suffice and you will find this mod as the top result. So if you have a good computer and you have this game, make sure you download this mod because it's well worth it. Anyways, today, as you may have inferred from the title, the thumbnail, we are having a pretty large scale battle and it's going to be a pretty chaotic one as well. So today we have the 91st Reconnaissance Corps backed into a corner. Now they've set up sandbags in preparation, they have a couple of back-to tanks and they have a little command post here, command post there, and pretty much they're just waiting for immediate evacuation because their occupation of this planet, or their scouting of this planet hasn't really gone to plan. And the CIS forces that were present have managed to surround them and they're looking to finish them off. But the Reconnaissance Corps, they were able to retreat faster than the droids, and they did manage to set up a defensive perimeter. So this is the last stand of the 91st Reconnaissance Corps. Now, I've taken you through everything they have at the moment, but I'll quickly show you around the Droid Forces. And although we have pretty much the majority of them are standard infantry forces, we also have B2 battle droids, and in this mod they're pretty formidable, and they actually like to explode every time one dies. It'll make a massive explosion, so that's also pretty interesting. And we of course have droidicas, which are probably the toughest droid units in this entire game. They're so tanky, and we have sniper droidicas as well, so I mean they're pretty formidable too. I also forgot to mention, we do have clone mortar operators, and these guys are actually really cool just to watch in the battle. Because they have a tendency to survive a lot of shots, or dodge a lot of shots, and the majority of them do survive, but hey, I can never predict what happens in these types of battles, so who knows. And last but not least, just before we get started, we've got the outer defenses over here. Now these guys I just feel sorry for because they're pretty much the cannon fodder of the battle, and come on, let's be honest, they're gonna die first. But for the Republic, am I right? For the Republic. Anyways, without further ado, I think we should just get into this battle. Alright, so I'm gonna take you on the large scale here first because that's always the coolest view to look at it from, in my experience, especially massive battles like this. So just watch out for all the mortars because they actually do a lot of work. See, those are the B2 battle droids actually blowing up. And before I forget, I'm going to help the droid forces out by moving the droidicas up because their AI is really weird. That's the only thing with the droidicas. So I mean, it's pretty annoying. Like pretty annoying. They're so slow as well. So if any of you have any like tips or anything to make them faster, like I don't know if there's a roll feature or anything like that, but suggestions are always appreciated in the comment section below. So yeah, if you have any suggestions, just leave them there. But anyways, these mortars are just doing absolute damage to these droids. I mean, you can just see them being taken out in the masses. Now this is the frontal droid force. We also had a side force over here, but they don't look like they fared too well at all. I'm gonna be completely honest, but the clones have taken a bit of a beating. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, the anti-infantry gun is laying down the law on this side. So yeah, none of them are passing. Yeah, nah, they barely took any casualties that side. Another mortar hit. Yes, another mortar hit. Yeah, it's just raining down artillery. Let's take a look at our mortar crew. So if we haven't lost any on the right side here, and we've lost one on the left side. Only one. So that's just crazy. And the droids are just losing too many. I mean, we've got the smart ones taking cover at this hill, at this cliff face, but the others haven't fared too well. They've got one sniper left. This guy will probably explode as well. Let's just get these droidicas up. They're so slow. It's just unbelievable. Okay, they're making good leeway. I like it. I like it. Now the droidicas on this side haven't even started moving, but this might be a big problem for the clones if the droidicas can start to make their way up, because they may be slow, but they are hella tanky. And yeah, I'm glad we have a couple of infantry forces left as well, because that makes it easier to storm. Because I got to help the Separatists out here a little bit. I mean, they've just been decimated by the Republic defenses. So consider this a bit of divine intervention. We've got our first droidica making his way up. He's leading the masses, and as you can see, he's taking a couple shots, but he's not going to fall too easily. He's not going to fall too easily at all. Depending on how long this takes, I might skip this part, but obviously if you're hearing me speak right now, I decided against it. Yeah, I'm probably not going to skip this part, to be honest. I mean, yeah, so we've got our first droidica making his way up. This one has just kind of stopped. This droidica is moving like a crab for some reason. Okay, we've got our first droidica down. He took too many unnecessary shots. We've got our second one making his way up this pathway as well. So hopefully he'll actually start to do some damage. And we've got our third one. And we've got a whole infantry force. So let's see if they can make some things happen. Oh, the AI is so weird though. Like, I don't know. Yeah, these two, they didn't respond to any of the commands I put in. So, I mean, what can I do? We're going to have to deal with 3 droidicas. But as you can see, the shots are being fired. Oh, we've got a super battle droid as well. Yeah, so I mean, these droidicas, they just... and then we have a B2 battle droid just blowing up right there, as the prophecies have foretold. Another mortar strike taking out a bunch of droids. What are these droidicas doing? This is... Okay, I've done a couple of these battles. But never have these droidicas been so non-compliant and bad. Yeah, so the Separatists definitely need to upgrade some of their programming. He finally turns around, but I think it may be too late. I think he's sustained too much damage to be of any real use. I mean, maybe we can... maybe not. Maybe not, who knows? We've got another one coming up. We've got another B2 battle droid. Maybe I did speak too soon. Maybe there's a shred of hope. And they're just... Let's have a look up here. Okay, no, there's really too many clones left alive. I don't think they're going to be breaching this anytime soon. And these I'm not even going to bother with these droidicas. Like, honestly, I'm just going to delete the entities, because these ones just don't want to follow instructions. They are defective. And they're just wandering off. This has turned into more of like a bad AI video than a battle video, but yeah, these AI are normal, thankfully. This droid, I think, is going to jump off this cliff. And we see a gun falling down there. Obviously, these clones on the cliff aren't faring too well. And these droidicas are just doing whatever they want. But hey, surprisingly, some of these droids are making a bit of leeway up this. I mean, well, look at this tank. He's not... Wow. Never mind, but he survived for quite a while. Surprisingly, this group of AI are actually really smart, and I mean, they're putting in work. We've got a B2 battle droid backing them up. That's always a nice morale boost for these droids. Okay, we've still got a couple of them falling. Let's just quickly have a look at the clone side as well, because I'm curious to see. Yeah, no, we've got too many. We've got too many clones left alive, and we have next to no battle droids alive. We've got a couple doing some guerrilla warfare over here, but it's not going to really help their case. I think they should just attack from the side. I'm going to mobilize a force on the side just to try and overrun the position. Oh, they are distracted as well. Fire some shots. What are these guys doing? Nothing. Yeah, these these AI did well. I'm going to give them that. They actually did well. These droids, they've got some top tier programming, and they've taken out 2 mortar gunners. If only they could have done that at the start. Yeah, so respect to all of these droids who have fallen in the line of duty. The rest of these things aren't the best, so yeah, it's just annoying at this point, but nonetheless, this still was an interesting battle, even though some of the AI was playing up, and shots are still being fired a little bit. See if there's any droids left alive on this side. No, not at all. Completely decimated. Pretty much everything here is completely decimated as well. We got a straggler AI, another one, and yeah, the rest is pretty much just a couple straggler AIs, and of course the droidicas and the super battle droids. So I think we can safely assume they're not going to be winning this battle whatsoever, and I do think we can conclude it based on that. So yeah, I think we're going to quickly move on to the casualties, and yeah, so we'll keep this battle in progression and move on to the casualties. So all the yellow represents the droid deaths, of course, and all the red representing the clone deaths. So first we'll just take a look at all the droid deaths, and I'm going to say a vast majority of them were because of the mortar strikes. These guys, I have no clue why they got slaughtered so fast at all, but they did. They managed to take out a couple clones on these outer defenses, but not too many at all. And just look at that disparity right there. There's like, what, 10 clones to around 40 droids. So that's pretty disgraceful right there, in my opinion. On this other side, they only lost 2, and the droids were once again decimated. So yeah, the sides didn't do too well, and that's for sure. As for the frontal assault, you can't really blame them. They got bombed to oblivion, and yeah, the clones have set up a really good defensive position, so we'll give them that. As for the rest of clone casualties, of course, we've got the outer defenses here, completely destroyed. A couple of mortar gunners, and other than that, yeah, we don't really have too many casualties, so I guess now the 91st can expect their immediate evacuation. They have sustained some casualties, but all in all, it was a very successful defensive operation, and they lived to fight another day. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed that, even though some of the AI was a little bit glitchy here and there. I hope you enjoyed just the premise of the battle and the large scale of the battle. I'll try and do more of these because they're always interesting to watch. And yeah, I hope to see you in the next video. So yeah, make sure you leave a comment if you have any suggestions how to improve, the droidica AI or the super battle droid AI. But other than that, yep, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video.